The devotion today comes from 2 Samuel chapter 14, verses 25 to chapter 15, verse 12. See, this is a passage about the time when David is king of Israel, and he's got multiple kids. And there's this guy named Absalom. See, Absalom in this story is David's son. And so is a guy named Amnon. Well, Amnon has raped Absalom and his own sister. And Absalom is furious about this. And what happens is, well, Absalom actually goes out and kills his brother Amnon for raping his sister. I know, sounds a little bit like a Jerry Springer story, but Absalom at first seems to be good intentioned. You know, he's avenging a wrong for what was done to his sister, and he actually asks to go before David, and he falls face down in verse 33 and asks forgiveness. But this is not at all who Absalom really is. See, he deceives the king. He deceives David. And he deceives the people. In verse 3 of chapter 15, you know, he's desiring power and authority. So often in our lives, we may start out with seemingly good intentions, maybe like Absalom did. Not necessarily the right actions, but maybe good intentions. But somewhere along the way, we lose ourselves. And we have to guard ourselves against the enemy. See, search your heart. Make sure it's pure in all things, throughout the day, each moment. No selfish reasons for any actions. See, we're called to be selfless, God-fearing people who are focused on the good of others, not ourselves. Soren Kierkegaard said it best when he said, the purity of heart is to will one thing. One thing. God. That's it. Period. You know, Satan actually works like Absalom on a regular basis. He, makes you feel as if everything is okay. Kind of like what Absalom did with David. And then he strikes at you when you least expect it. Always be on your guard, brothers and sisters. When you're walking in Walmart, talking with people at work, or those sitting next to you at school, or sitting at your house with friends over coffee, or even when you're looking at a computer screen, you have to intentionally put your mind on things of God, or Satan will deceive you as David was deceived by Absalom. He's the great deceiver. A couple of questions for you. Think about when you are most often tempted. What are those situations? What can you do to be aware of those situations in the future and to be on guard and to have a heart after God's heart? How often do you check yourself and make sure your intentions are pure? Sometime today, throughout the day, ask yourself the question, with the simplest thing going on, am I doing this because I want recognition or because I want people to know I do this, or because I want something else out of it? Or am I doing this because it's what God wants? Purity of heart is to will one thing. Is your heart pure?